Hello. I speak this morning on a couple of different topics. One of them is going to be to add some science to the things that I said yesterday to my more information statement. Feminism, the definition of feminism, is social, political, and economic equality. It's not supremacy, it's equality. So those that are matriarchal to me are just as dangerous to the feminist movement as those who are patriarchal. And that whole wall of moms in Portland, well, that might appeal to a large population. I see that. And to me, it might as well be a bunch of big, drunk, muscle-bound men screaming about their right to rape. To me, it's all the same thing. It's oppression. You know, Antifa is understood. First off, Antifa is not organized. Number one. Second, Antifa is about stopping violence. It's about finding other ways besides killing people. Antifa is misunderstood and they're often associated with Portland riots. First, anybody who comes together and organizes and works together as some type of Antifa, they're not Antifa. That's a lie. They're misunderstanding themselves and they're misrepresenting themselves and they're giving a good movement a bad name. Maybe they're just young, misunderstood people looking for an identity to be able to associate with in order to participate in something that they don't feel associated with. Perhaps that is a more accurate representation of what those people might be doing. I don't know. What I'll say is that what I see is that yes, Antifa is disrupting. And why are they disrupting? They're disrupting so those moments where their speeches end. You know why? Because they are oppressive, because they become oppressive, because they become dangerous. That's why. That's why Antifa is there, is to end that demonstration, even if it is putting themselves at risk. That's why you see people from Antifa doing stupid shit like breaking fucking sidewalks with hammers. Antifa is just misunderstood. Like feminism in a lot of ways. Like men. Feminism made this assumption about men, that we're all the same physiologically outside of our sex organs. That's not true. That was a false assumption. There's a scientific study that was published in His Brain, Her Brain by a male and a female neurologist that analyzed the brain compositions of a certain degree of brains, and then they identified those as sexes later. And then what they found, one of the things that they found is that generally, men have 3 times the size of sexual processing centers than women do. So, if I were to go to an alien planet and I ate 3 times a day, but I saw this alien and this alien eats 20 times a day. If I'm seeing an alien eat 20 times a day, I'm going to think, Jesus Christ, these people just don't stop fucking eating. They're just non-stop eating. It's the same kind of thing. Generally, the female mind cannot understand the male sex drive and the fact that our brain compositions are different. So your movement has been created to correct a social problem, which is in fact a physiological problem, not a social problem. You're grinding on your people around you with social pain in order to create some type of specific outcome. Yet, it's physiological. You're killing people for who they are, for how they were born. What is that? But you're not really killing people. I mean, you have these systems and they're created, and all they do is apply stress and apply stress and apply stress to people who've already been condemned wrongfully. So, ouch. You know, that's reflected in a study that was done. They showed the sexual levels of our population in 1970 compared to our sexual levels in 2020. And what it shows is that we're having 1/3 of the sex that we had, 50 years ago? Whatever the math on that is. We're having 1/3 of the sex. Why? Well, because women have 1/3 of the brain composition of sex than men do. And that is a indication that women are having sex when they want